Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, make on here. Waiting happen today at the High Court, or they call it a Fulani High Court, and the chief judge there, or the resident judge. Now her name na Injustice Binta Iyako. She don't excuse herself from the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What I mean by excuse means a kind of she has stepped down from the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. According to her, according to the information reaching me here now, she foams that she used to see OGBUNIGWE in her dreams. She hears strange voices. Each time she's alone, or she was alone in her office or bedroom or whatever, or even in the shower room, she used to hear a strange voice. So, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suggested today, that he, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, have no confidence in that so-called Injustice Binta Iyako. She quickly hands off the case. Anyway, we're gonna hear the way the whole thing happened at the courtroom today. Meanwhile, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been returned to DSS facility, and he said one thing to the journalist and also to the court. He said, 50 years in DSS detention won't kill me. Nnamdi Kanu still very strong. Forget about all those things that the brothers and the wife always say. His head is not good, his neck is not good. We're gonna leave that politics. After betraying on a brother and wife, on a brother and husband, when I come out in the back now, begin to shout, his head is deteriorating. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is strong and strong until the end time. Anyway, my people, we're gonna hear how the thing happen. Judge hands off Nnamdi Kanu's trial over uproar in court. No confidence allegation by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari's minister Pantami gets new appointment with African Union, all in the bid to stop the Biafran declaration of 2024, 2nd of December. Biafra 50 years in DSS detention won't kill me, Nnamdi Kanu laments. Nigeria's democracy is sitting on a cake of gunpowder because of rigging, secondus. So my people, we are headed straight to the reason why we are here. Let us dissect the news the way it ought to be. Injustice Binta Iyako of the Fulani High Court in Abuja has recused herself from the trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, in the terrorism charges brought against him by the Fulani government. Daily Post report that the judge on Tuesday, which is today, opted out of the trial following the outburst of Kanu that he had no confidence and trust in the judge. In the middle of Tuesday's proceedings, Kanu had jumped up from the dock and ordered his lawyer, Aloysius Ejimako, to sit down for him to address the court properly, because he don't like painting walls. In the uproar that ensued, Kanu took over the proceedings, and now that he no longer had a confidence in Justice Binta Iyako, and demanded that she rescued herself immediately. Although the Fulani government lawyer Adeboyaga Awomolo SAN opted to Kanu's request, the judge insisted on rescuing herself from the matter. In fact, she said she don't tire. Hey, waiting she dey hear and waiting she dey see, say don't pass her. Awomolo has argued that the order to open the trial was in line with a Supreme Court judgment. Injustice Binta Iyako says she would prefer another judge to handle the trial because what I'm seeing is bigger than me. The judge subsequently recused herself and ordered that the case file be returned to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, John Soho, for the assignment to another judge. Meanwhile, Kanu has been returned to the DSS custody. Details will emerge in the later days. Buhari's minister Pantami gets new appointment with the African Union after all the whole terrorism charges, not even terrorism charges, after all the whole sponsoring of terrorists in Nigeria. On our way done, Africans. The Minister of Communication and Digital Economy under ex-President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, Professor Issa Ali Pantami has been appointed by the African Union as co-chairman of the African Scientific Research and Innovation Council, AUASRIC. In this pivotal role, Pantami is expected to significantly influence the development of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, 4IR, policy and strategy for Africa. This framework will affect all 54 nations across the continent. A prominent advocate for the Fourth Industrial Revolution, Pantami established the National Center of Artificial Intelligence and Robotics as Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NIDA. He was also instrumental in the formulating Nigeria's first digital economy policy, which focused on fostering digital society and promoting emerging technologies. Notably, Pantami has achieved recognition as the first African to be appointed a fellow by the Chartered Institute of Information Security in the United Kingdom, underscoring his contributions to the field. Professor Anicia Nicola Peter from Namibia is joining him as co-chair and a respected researcher specializing in human-computer interaction, social media, and gamification. Professor Peter has previously led Namibia's 4th IR Presidential Task Force and is an adjunct research professor at the University of Namibia. The council comprises of a distinguished lineup of experts, including Professor Khalid Gadera from Tunisia and Professor Maha Girema from Morocco. Their collaborative efforts are poised to accelerate the continent's embrace of advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain, and cyber security. 50 year in DSS detention won't kill me, Nnamdi Kanu fumes. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, said an additional year in detention by the Nigerian government will not kill him. The pro-Biafra agitator disclosed this on Tuesday while speaking to journalists upon the resumption of his trial in the Fulani High Court in Abuja. He expressed dismay that the court has refused to abide by the determination of the Supreme Court on his request for bail. He accused the court of cherry-picking what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment. The IPOB leader insisted there cannot be any trial when the key sections of the Nigerian constitution have been allegedly violated by the court. The IPOB leader insisted that, I am surprised that a high court refused to abide by the determination of the Supreme Court. The cherry-picking of what was contained in judgment is what I am against. It should be implemented holistically. I am not against any trial. After all, I am innocent. They have nothing against me, but there cannot be any trial when the key section of the Constitution and the key section of the Supreme Court judgment have been violated by a court of competent jurisdiction or a court of law. This is my 4th year in Solomon confinement in detention. The 5th year won't kill me, he said. Recall that since June of 2021, Kanu has been arrested or kidnapped by the Nigerian government and has been under the custody of the Department of State Service despite the wide range of calls for his release. The last but not the least, the Nigerian democracy is sitting on a keg of gunpowder because of rigging, Secondus. A former national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Prince Uche Secondus, has raised alarms over the future of the Nigeria's democracy. Secondus warned that rigging orchestrated by the ruling All Poverty Congress (APC) threatens to destabilize the nation's political system. In a statement issued through his media advisor Ike Abonyi in Abuja on Tuesday, Secondus expressed concern that the 2027 elections might not materialize due to what he described as the APC's deliberate sabotage of democracy. Secondus was reacting to the outcome of the recent Edo State gubernatorial election, which he claimed was marred by widespread irregularities to ensure victory for the All Poverty Congress at all costs. He alleged that the ruling party had murdered and buried democratic principles in Nigeria, citing the disregard for electoral laws and the disenfranchisement of voters as evidence of electoral fraud. The former PDP chairman pointed to similar patterns of malpractice in other off-cycle elections, including those held in Imo and Kogi State. Criticizing the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) under the leadership of Prof. Mahmoud Yakubu, Secondus accused INEC of showing no remorse for the flawed 2023 general elections, which he believes had undermined Nigeria's democratic foundations. He also criticized APC National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje, boasted that the Edo election template will be replicated in upcoming elections in Ondo and Anambra states, suggesting that the APC is pursuing a dangerous agenda to establish a one-party state. According to Secondus, the APC's actions signal their intent to silence opposition voices and erode the checks and balances that democracy provides. Secondus said, "The beauty of democracy is the opposing voices that help to check a ruling party, but the APC is set to ground Nigeria with their misrule, yet won't tolerate variance views. Nigeria's democracy is sitting on a keg of gunpowder because of rigging. If the Edo election stands, it will be difficult to carry on election in Nigeria going forward." And na true in talk. He warned that the manipulation witnessed in Edo characterized the harassment of opposition leaders and compromise of security agencies and electoral officials sets a troubling precedent for future elections. The world is watching the shame we bring to this beautiful form of government that over nations apply to stabilize and develop their countries, Secondus, in his final statement, said. So, my good people, I don't hear everything the way it take be. Nnamdi Kanu have tell just injustice being Yako, if you don't want to be seeing devils or seeing the ghosts of our forefathers, you better step down from this case which you have obliged and accepted. So now we are waiting for a new judge that can be assigned to the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case moving forward. So my good people, make on a like, share, comment, and keep subscribing to this channel for more interesting videos coming your way. I'll be right back. Kemesiano.